Hey guys, welcome to Travels with Trouble. In this episode, we're heading out to the unreal Phillip Island in Victoria, home to one of the largest populations of little penguins in Australia, before heading up through to Melbourne and to another of Victoria's National Park gems, the Grampians. Stay tuned for some great wildlife and amazing hikes. If you're new to the channel, we've been heading around Australia in a camper van. Check out our channel for an amazing adventure so far. Those returning, we left off the last video in Menian and we set off to Phillip Island. Our first stop on the island was the absolutely picturesque Pyramid Rock, located on the south coast of Phillip Island. Even though the walk itself from the car park was quite short, it took you down the little peninsula with cliffs on either side to an end viewpoint. From there you can see the amazing pyramid shape of the rock just out to sea. The drone really captured how stunning this place really is. Just beyond the car park we spotted a few guys hopping along the green fields. They were swamp wallabies. And gosh, look how photogenic this guy is. From there we headed down to the end of the island to the Nobby's viewpoint, one of the most breathtaking views of the coast. Seal Rocks is just off the coast and home to a large colony of Australian fur seals. It's also a home to an important array of seabirds and other wildlife. There are even some birds that make the journey here all the way from Alaska in the USA. The boardwalk here is fantastic and we really enjoyed walking around admiring all the scenery and the bird nesting sites. Phillip Island is also a habitat for the very striking Cape Barren geese. Careful, they think they are in the road. I do like their cute green beak though. We then hit the island's main nature attraction, the Penguin Parade. Each night, thousands of penguins return from their long hard day as fishermen to return to their families at night. Phillip Island is home to more than 32,000 fairy or little penguins. Penguin Parade has a big research centre and allows people to get down close to the penguins' homes and watch them come ashore safely. You can't take any photos of the penguins after dark as it can confuse and scare them and they might not return to shore. However, it was amazing to see them come back in their little groups scouting the shore first before anxiously making their way back up the beach. They're so cute in their little groups. They can spend up to 4 weeks out to sea before returning to feed their young. These babies were just too hungry to wait any longer. Love his little hairstyle as well. We saw over 1,500 of them return home. It's absolutely an amazing experience and a must-do on the island. From there we hit the big city, Melbourne, our second home. And what to do there for a few days? Hit up the local coffee and food scene, of course. Coffee 1, Coffee 2, Coffee 3, Coffee 4. It was basically 4 days of straight out eating. Let us know your favourite place in the comments. After 4 days, we're back on the road. Our destination, Grampians National Park. But first, a pit stop was in order. To where in Ballarat? A bakery, of course. Country town bakeries are a big thing here in Australia, and maybe they're a big thing for us too. This one is 1816 Bakehouse. And yep, you guessed it, another pie and vanilla slice combo. Now, finally on to the Grampians. This national park is one of the best in Australia. Its grand rugged mountain ranges and amazing wildlife set this place apart. Our first stop was the balcony's viewpoint, and it wasn't long before we encountered a cute little echidna quietly on the hunt for an evening feed. Whoop, up we go. He was quite successful too, digging his way to a nice dinner. They are one of our 2 egg-laying mammals here in Australia. See ya, buddy. Further up the road, we trekked along to the Mackenzie Falls, which is one of the largest and most impressive falls in Victoria. Another easy but pretty rewarding trail, guys. On our way back to the caravan park, we saw a huge mob of kangaroos grazing. It was actually an astonishing sight to see such a group. There was even a couple of young males practicing their boxing. Whoops, they've upset a few of the mums and dads there. We also spotted a group of emus enjoying an evening feed. These guys were all over this farmland. It was quite a sight. The next day we set out on one of the best hikes in the park, the Pinnacle Walk and Lookout from the Wonderland car park. From here we walked through the Grand Canyon. Not quite as grand as the one in the US, but a fantastic circuit through the gorge which had towering rolls and amazing rocky terraces. Be on the lookout for wallabies. Oh, and bathing echidnas? We spotted this guy taking a bath in a small pool of water, giving him the old scrub-a-dub-dub. Before this trip, I'd only ever seen one or two in my entire life. I don't know, I think these guys are my favourite animal. We continued on the Pinnacle Walk through lots of different scenery. This part is known as Silent Street, is a tall, narrow gorge, and even on windy days, this area can be still and silent. You get a special feeling walking through here. It was really unreal. After that challenging hike, as you make it to the top, you're rewarded with some stunning views of the Grampians, many peaks, and the beautiful town of Holes Gap below. It's easy to see why this is the most popular walk in the park. We continued on from there down the stunning Grampians Road, which takes you through the heart of the valley, getting one last look of the dramatic scenery that made this part of the journey unforgettable. Looking forward to the next time we come here, but now it's on to the next adventure. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe to follow on what happens next.